Yo, what's up guys? My name is Jack and welcome back to another video. And Thunder, thank you very much for once again having me on here. I've been here a handful of times before, but it's been quite a while since I've been here and it's always an honor and a pleasure. I got to see some live stream background gameplay here from yesterday's live stream as of recording this video. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And without further ado, I don't have a lot of time in this gameplay, so let's get straight into the topic at hand because there's quite a lot to talk about. So, all right, long story short, the yearly cycle of the Call of Duty development has to end. The yearly cycle of release has to end because obviously, especially with this new patch and the evidence that we've been presented with over the Black Ops 4 release as well as the Modern Warfare 2019 release, has pretty much proven to us that recently, even though these guys have one extra year to work on a game as opposed to the 2 years that they used to have back in the Black Ops 2 days, for instance, or the COD Ghost days or whatever it was, it's not enough, and it's actually creating more problems than it is solutions. And quite frankly, I mean, maybe there's something even else going on behind the scenes. Maybe Infinity Ward is short-staffed. Maybe a lot of developers have left. I mean, you just never really know. Maybe the problem with Sledgehammer and Raven constantly arguing and having Treyarch to step in, maybe it goes beyond that. Maybe it's just not limited to that. That's just me speculating on that aspect, but one way or another, the Call of Duty yearly life cycle has to end because one way or another, for one reason or another, the developers need all the time that they need, particularly maybe another extra 2 years, to develop a game. So that way the game becomes more released, comes released with a lot less bugs and problems, and it's polished and it looks like it's a current gen title and all the bells and whistles that you would expect out of a AAA Call of Duty title, right? Which makes billions every year. Now, granted, those billions are also thanks to the microtransactions, but we're not going to get into that in this commentary. That's just a whole other subject. But here's the thing. Now, the question is, how do you basically satisfy Activision and their legal obligation to appease the shareholders without having a yearly release cycle? Well, it's simple as this. While they catch up, they could basically make a Treyarch collection as well as an Infinity Ward collection game, and they can release that game at 1 year, and then the following year they can release the next one, right? And that's why it kind of continues without continuing, so to speak. And all they have to do really is remaster those original three from each Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Now, granted, they've already done COD 4 remastered, so that's fine. Just cut and paste and put it on. I mean, these guys should be used to cut and paste by now because, quite frankly, we've been getting a lot of cut and paste lately with Call of Duties, which, again, is more evidence to suggest that something else is going on that we haven't really touched upon very much, and that you have to really be in there to truly know what the heck is going on. But the thing is, the easy solution, especially since we've been crying out for remasters, right, is that they released an Infinity Ward collection and a Treyarch collection. Why do you guys think that they never went back and patched Black Ops 4? Black Ops 2. There's a reason for this. Two reasons. Number one is that, well, it's not a current gen title. That's obvious, right? But it's also because that they know that, let's say there's a particular Call of Duty that you don't like. Let's say you don't like Modern Warfare 2019 for whatever reason, right? Okay. Now, if all of a sudden they said, hey, we're going to patch up Black Ops 2 and it'll be accessible, you could play it, you know, yada, 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 all that stuff. We're going to patch it up so that way there's no hackers, just like it basically was during its life cycle, right? How many of you would stop playing Modern Warfare right now and for a certain period of time you'd go back and play Black Ops 2? I'd really like to know. Now, granted, I know that there's a few people that don't like Black Ops 2. That's fine. Or, you know, I mean, I understand that we played the hell out of it and that kind of, that phase of nostalgia is probably not going to last very long because we've already played the hell out of it and we feel like we'd be doing the same thing over and over again. Now, granted, there's always a dedicated fan base of every single Call of Duty that no matter what will always play that game. And that's fine, whether it's hacked or not, as a matter of fact, right? But, and part of that is because, well, they've, you know, a lot of the community's left because they've been there and done that. Understandable. But here's the thing. Halo, back in 2014, granted, it released a mess. Fast forward a few years, they ended up fixing it, and it runs better than ever. They've even added a few games to it. But Halo released a game called the Master Chief Collection back in 2014, and right now it's running better than ever. The way they have the matchmaking filters and the way that how that works is absolutely amazing. Like in terms of which game you could choose and how they've mixed and matched things from every aspect of the game into the playlist that you want to play. I mean, first you get to choose whether you want to play, you know, whether the game engine should search for Halo 1, 2, or 3. You could select either one game or a multitude of games, and you could choose whether you want to play a Slayer game or an OBJ game. Fine. And let's say all of a sudden you have the ability, let's say you want to play Halo 4, right? You play Halo 4, so it's going to play like Halo 4 plays, but here's the interesting part of this. You also get to play on certain maps that are from Halo 3 or Halo 2 in that playlist, but you're playing Halo 4. Whenever I go back and I play the Master Chief Collection every now and then, I look at it and I'm like, Call of Duty can easily do this, and they can easily capitalize, and they can easily fill in the gap and basically take a break from the brand new game and just put more time into development and release this instead that will keep the community happy. I mean, how many of us have been crying out for a remaster this game, remaster that game? I mean, even though the nostalgia factor is not going to last very long, again, for some people longer than others, but for the most part, we know it's not going to last forever because we've kind of been there and done that, so to speak, right? I mean, I've played the hell out of Black Ops 2. And I would still continue to play it till this day, but I mean, there would still come a time to where I'd be like, okay, let's play something else because we've already played the hell out of this, and we'll come back to it whenever we feel like it. So that's very understandable. I mean, that's how the human mind works, mind, body, or whatnot. I mean, for the most part. I mean, I know there's some people that are different and that'll always play a certain game no matter what. I get it. But the thing is, this is a very good thing that will kind of keep us on ice, so to speak, and keep everything going while simultaneously putting more time into development into a new game and keeping the fans happy, and at the same time continuously releasing something new, even though it's not 100% new, but it's something that the fans want. It's the correct form of cut and paste that we wouldn't mind. You know what I mean? And they could take advantage of the nostalgia in this way while giving us something fresh after about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Like Halo, for instance, right now, Halo Infinite's going to come out when the new Xbox releases, right? That game, as far as I understand, would be in development for 5 years. So there's no doubt in my mind that that game is going to be absolutely huge because they put 5 years of development into it. So, and I'm looking at myself, I'm like, Call of Duty can easily do this. Call of Duty can easily do it. So why aren't they doing it? So that's just my thoughts on the subject, guys. I really am curious to know what you guys think, what your opinions are, because this is a really good way to kind of bring some old fans back that have already left for a multitude of reasons. It's a good way to bring them back. It's a good way to kind of, in a sense, kind of unite the community. And at the same time, because you have a Treyarch collection and an Infinity Ward collection, and then a matchmaking feature that basically has a filter in it to where you could choose specifically what you want, this is also a simultaneous way to give the developers feedback in terms of what the fans like and why they like it. So, that's what I got for this one, guys. I want to know from your point of view, what do you think? Would you guys be all about this? Are you against it? Are you for it? I mean, imagine playing Black Ops 1, right? Let's say you're playing Black Ops 1 and the game will feel and play like Black Ops 1 with the kill streaks, with the perks, all that kind of stuff. But all of a sudden you find yourself playing on Raid or Standoff or Hijack, just to name a few, for Black Ops 2. Because, I mean, why not? They fit in very well, and yeah, there you go. So that's all I got for this one, guys. I've already gone over time. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Thunder, thank you very much for having me on here once again. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I could do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.